Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby was not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Oh, yeah, we're back with Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby.
Yes, we are. And what did you guys think of that new intro? Because I love it to bits. I want to kiss it on the lips.
Oh, man, I love it. Excellent job, Eddie. That was friggin' fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Those are fun, man. I feel like a lot of times you get to take all like the fun creative videos, and it makes sense why you're so much better at it than me. But let me tell you something. That one was so much fun to make, and I'm glad I got a chance at it. So
I love it. Honestly, that's probably one of my favorite videos that have ever been produced by Eddie and Webby right there. And it was all Eddie. I made a little appearance in it. That was about it. You were the genius behind it.
That actually is funny because that is the first time I was the one who thought of it and like filmed it, directed it, edited it. I mean, obviously you gave your input and your feedback, but I think that was out of the 100 and some videos on our channel, I think that's the only one that we're both in where that happened.
Well, I think it's one of the best, so great job.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. Good times. Hope you guys like that. I know I certainly did. So this is Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby. It's just like the Eddie and Webby show, Eddie and Webby podcast, but it's different. And Webby, would you like to tell us how it's different?
Well, first off, it is not planned out.
No.
We do not have a guest planned. There might be a guest that joins us, but that's only if somebody watching us, like you, messages us to say you want to join us. It's also uncensored.
Uh-oh. What are we going to say?
Oh, man. I feel like we can't say anything worse than the previous episode when Kyle and Lauren were on. Kyle, he dropped so many F-bombs that we had to make the video like you have to sign in to prove you're over 18 to watch it. That's how crazy it is. So if you haven't seen Dinking Around episode 13 yet, you got to check it out, but it's for adults only.
Yes. I can't believe this is already episode 14 of Dinking Around, but
I know.
I'm loving it, man. It's fun. It's good times.
Yeah, I love it. And it's for the hardcore Eddie and Webby fans because we've learned that pretty much nobody cares about what we have to say on the regular podcast.
Nope.
So this is our chance to talk about us, to give you updates about what we are up to, and just to bullshit. That's right. I said the BS word.
You know that meme or that clip from The Office where Michael Scott saying, "Nobody cares. Nobody cares." Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I actually never watched The Office. I don't know why. I feel like I would love that show, but I never did.
Well, anyway, that's what I feel like should be playing in the background of this the entire time. It's like, nobody cares.
Sounds about right.
Yes.
But,
you know what? You got another. You're opening another one.
Yep, it's time to crack open another Zombie Dust. My God, do I love this stuff. This is such a good IPA.
While we were watching the DJ Howard video, I cracked a beer from Coppertail, which is a Florida brewery, I believe. Yep. It's called Unholy. It's an American triple ale. It's like a Belgian. It's a good one. I like it.
So how the beer that you drank, the one that you brewed like 7 years ago, so how was that? Like did you finish the whole thing? Was it
Oh yeah.
Was it good? Or?
It was
Nice.
amazing. Yeah,
Very nice.
It's a lager, which means the longer you let it sit, the better. Where it's like an IPA, if you let it sit, all the hops and flavor and aroma are going to drop out. Where this, it's like it ages really well. It got a little oxidation in there, which gives it like kind of that sherry flavor, which is nice. And the only issue is that because it's been sitting so long, it lost all its carbonation, so it was a little flat. But that's okay. It's still.
Gotcha.
I mean, it smells like a malt bomb. It's delicious. Yeah, I still have a little bit left in here.
Is that a Brewery Vivant glass you're using by any chance?
Why, yes, it is one of my favorite breweries in the world, and definitely my favorite one in Grand Rapids.
Yes, man, I love that brewery, and by far the best food I've ever had at a brewery is at Brewery Vivant.
Oh.
Love it.
Yeah, I like it. We got to plan our trip there again this summer. Hopefully
Yes.
Hopefully we can spend a few weeks again up there this summer. I think that would be a lot of fun. I definitely like when I go there. I like the pickleball community there. I like the food there. I like the breweries there. I like the weather there in June and July. I like the downtown area. I like bringing my dog there. I like the people. I just love it.
Yeah, such a great time. And speaking of Grand Rapids, I am drinking out of my Beer City mug, or not mug, glass, pint glass.
Yeah. I have mine with water in it. In fact, when Lauren and Kyle do come down here, if they still talk to us after that diss track we dropped today, I said I would give them this because I have another one here.
Actually, I see Lauren is watching right now. Lauren, if you want to address the diss track, I mean, the stage is yours if you're brave enough. Pretty sure she's not brave enough after the burn that she just encountered.
Should we play it again?
I think we should. I think now is a great time. So Lauren, this is for you. I'm dedicating this track to you right here.
I'm just gonna go ahead and play it.
I mean, did you guys ask some tough, hard-hitting questions?
Do you need me to come on the show to ask the hard questions? Because I just know you're way too nice of a guy.
We were trying to do a little Eddie and Webby versus the No Smoke Show challenge. However, Eddie decided to be a loser and not come to Michigan and play.
I feel
then
we have
Webby's like
Webby
Webby.
is Webby. So
I mean,
if you have a paddle, you could be Webby. You know what I mean? Anybody.
I mean, put a cardboard cutout on the court.
Yo, we heard the No Smoke Pickleball Show talking smack about Eddie and Webby. Well, we've stayed quiet long enough. Listen up.
Selinko and McLaughlin.
They're the new kids on the block and they're starting something.
Morning Kyle, they love running their mouths.
Well, you got our attention, now we're ready to pound.
You say you're no smoke, more like a big joke.
It's time somebody put you in your place, so let's go.
Yeah, you've got no smoke, but you also have no fire. We've got custom paddles and
pickleball attire.
You've got your hot takes and your minute reviews.
But you started a battle that you're destined to lose.
You've got a great show, but we detect some trouble. You argue all the time like an
old married couple. You're trying real hard to be a multimedia pro, but technical issues are all you seem to know.
Oh, hey, we're back. Okay. We're back. That's better.
You say we're too nice and don't ask hard-hitting questions. How about you shut your mouth? That's a great suggestion.
I heard you talking smack about my pickleball skills. Well, you better watch out. I'll make you head for the hills. At Dink for Pink, I've got a secret weapon. Maggie Raminzi Chow is gonna teach you a lesson.
We're Eddie and Webby, and we're here to stay. The ball's in your court now,
so let's play. You guys are controversial. We've got nothing but class. Why don't you take your no smoke and blow it straight up your...
I liked doing it the first time so much I had to do it again. The mic drop.
I mean, you got to end it with a bang, and I love that song. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to it since you've sent it to me.
What I love is the fact that we came up with the idea, created it, and everything all within a week. I love doing stuff like that on the fly. That was a fun project.
I agree. And Anthony said brilliant. I'm not sure if he was referring to that song or the intro, but either way, thank you for that, Anthony. We appreciate it. Hey, Anthony, when are you coming down to Florida, man? I wonder if you're going to be playing any of these tournaments down here. Hopefully you will. Hopefully I'll see you at some of them.
Speaking of Anthony, I just played pickleball with his brother Eddie last night, and we had some really, really fun games. Very good, competitive, high-level games. They were fun.
Nice. So Lauren did respond, and she said, "Hold, please. Oh, we're coming." So,
oh snap!
Yep, I like it.
And Anthony confirmed that he was saying that the intro was brilliant. Which I agree. Couldn't agree more. That intro was brilliant. I love it.
Yes. Man, we have so many different things we could talk about tonight. So many. All sorts of activities that we can refer to on Dinking Around. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think we should just get right into some of those things because I'm pretty sure, Lauren said they're coming, but I'm pretty sure they're way too scared to actually join us.
Well, we'll see.
But, I mean, Yeah, I mean I gave them the login info, so it's the ball is in their court, just like the song said. So, but what do you got? What do you have on your mind? What do you want to talk about?
This past weekend was probably the biggest growth I've had in my pickleball game in like the shortest amount of time. And that's because I was part of a 4.0 plus skills camp, or destination camp they call it, at Peak Performance Pickleball Academy, which is Chad and Simone's place up at the Bonita Springs YMCA. And it was 3 days of awesome. I don't even know how else to describe it. It was absolutely amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I'm getting kind of sick of all the name dropping. I mean, I get it. You live down in Naples. There's good players down there. We get it. No, seriously, that is awesome though. That is badass.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, man. The way that they teach. Here's one of the things that I love about their methodology. Right, is that they'll do a quick little demonstration for you about a topic. Let's say dinking, right? So they'll show you the proper way to dink. And remember, this is 4.0 and up, and for some reason they let me in, even though I'm not a 4.0 yet. But it's 4.0 and up. So the assumption is that if you're coming to this, you already understand the basics of the game. You're there, you already know how to dink. You're there to just kind of take it to the next level. So they would do a demonstration, and then they would show a drill, and then almost like 2 other drills that you would build into. And then after you do those drills, they would have a competition. So for example, with dinking, it was you go on a court and you're dinking with the person across from you. And the goal is to just kind of move them around and not keep them still. And then you switch sides, and then you do all cross courts, backhand and then forehand. And then the third drill is you have all 4 people on the court and you're basically dinking. But then they had a competition where you would count every single dink. You'd play out a match, you'd count every single dink, and then the team that would win that point would get all the points. So if you had a 30 dink rally and your opponents hit the ball and it went out of bounds, or it went outside of the kitchen, your team would get 30 points, and then the first team to 100 points would win. And then if you won, nice, you'd move up a court. If you lost, you would you go down a court. And so it's just the whole methodology behind it was awesome. It was so cool. It was a great method, in my opinion, to teach a clinic.
Man, I am so jealous of all the opportunities you're getting down there. But I feel like it's going to change. Like next year, once the Wolverine facility opens up in Ann Arbor, man, I feel like my game is going to increase greatly.
That would be cool. What about you? What else is new in your pickleball world?
Well, the biggest thing was I recently had my first ever singles tournament.
Yeah, man, that's pretty awesome. How did that go for you?
So it was my first one ever. My overall rating currently, actually the only rating I currently have is men's doubles, and that is 3.0. The 4-point level is like 3.432. So I'm like very close to like finally getting past and officially becoming a 3.5, but I'm still officially a 3.0. So I signed up for the singles tournament, and by default, it put me into 3.0 singles. And I feel like most people would be totally fine with that. But I feel like you and I are both all about challenging ourselves. We're very anti-sandbag. And I know in my heart, I feel like I'm more of a 3.5 than a 3.0. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for 3.5. So I emailed the tournament director. I was like, hey, do you mind putting me into the 3.5 division for singles? Even though my rating is a 3.0, I've like the whole entire summer I did all 3.5 tournaments. I won a couple medals at some of the bigger ones. Ray and we won silver at the Great Lakes Regionals. We got bronze at a tournament in I forget where I was now. I've done so many tournaments, I'm starting to draw a blank about where I was. But anyway, so he and I won silver and bronze over the summer in 3.5 tournaments in very tough divisions too. So they didn't hesitate. They put me into 3.5. So I was feeling good. And then a couple weeks before the tournament, people I was talking to, they were like, "Oh wow, like you probably should have done 3.0 because man, the people that are in your division, they're tough. Like you're gonna have a very hard time." So they were starting to
Yeah.
put doubts in my head, but like
Forget about that.
yeah, I mean, like we've said multiple times, like no doubt about it. When you play with and against higher level players, it makes you play better. Like
Yeah.
there's no way around it. Like it's just when you play against higher level players, it brings out the best in you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, what the hell? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna do 3.5. And when I got there, I met somebody that I'd never met before. He was in my division. We were chatting a bit, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like this is tough." And I told him who I was playing against. He was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, you're gonna have a tough time against that guy because I guess apparently a lot of the people in my division do 4.0, and even some of them did 4.5, like men's doubles or mixed doubles tournaments. But this was their first singles tournament, so they decided to play down a little bit and go 3.5, even though their mixed doubles and men's doubles skill level is quite a bit higher. So they were like, yeah, it's not going to be easy. So the first guy I played against, he was very tough, but I got 5 points, or actually I I got 5 points against him. And so he beat me, of course, but the first half of the game, it could have gone either way. Like it wasn't like it definitely wasn't super lopsided. Like it wasn't like he ran away with it. Like it went back and forth for a while. We were neck and neck for a bit, and then he ended up like kind of taking off and winning the game. But like I definitely felt like I was in it for a majority of the game, so I felt pretty good. And then we went on to game 2. I didn't do as good as I did in the first game. I hit a lot more balls out of bounds, so I only scored 3 points that game, so I lost 11-3. But when I was looking at the scoreboard after the fact, the guy that I played against and then a lot of the other people in the tournament, they shut out a lot of people in the division I was in. Like it was a larger division, and like it people were telling me like I should feel good about being able to score as many points as I did, given the fact that it was my first ever singles tournament and considering who I played against. So yeah, I definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did not feel bad about that loss at all. Like I was feeling pretty decent.
Of course.
But then, of course,
yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's the thing is like it was your first singles tournament. You know, you only started playing singles a couple months ago. You went in at 3.5, and you know, you sent me the video. I thought you played pretty well.
Yeah, and I kid you not, we did Eddie versus Webby 5. What was that? Like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. When was that?
That was about a month and a half ago, I think.
And I only played, man, 3, maybe only even 2 times after we played. I only played 2 or 3 times singles after that. So I really did not get much singles practice going into this tournament either. So I feel like if I would have gotten more practice, I would have done better than I did. But I mean, it just didn't work out that way to get as much practice as I had hoped. But yeah, I mean, I definitely do not feel bad about how I did in that first round. But then came time for the first round of the opportunity bracket, and I played against the guy that I had met earlier in the year at Hype, because I had the Hype thing going last year in the winter. And he's fairly new. I think he's only been playing for about a year, but he's been playing a lot lately. His skill has gotten much better than it was a year ago. And we started playing, and man, he kicked, like it was tough. We went back and forth the whole time. He had a pretty big lead for a majority of it. Luckily, I finally got in a groove. I came back, tied it up, and then I ended up winning 15-12. And one of my last points was actually an ATP, so that was pretty awesome.
I love it.
And the camera picked it up. It wasn't the greatest angle, so it's not as impressive looking in the camera or on video as it felt in person, but it was still pretty awesome. And it was not an easy victory by any means, so I felt great about that victory. So just that one victory alone is better than a lot of the tournaments I've done in the last year. So because I've done a lot of tournaments, unfortunately, without any victories. So that was good. And then I went into the second round of the opportunity bracket. And whoever won that round would then go on to the bronze medal match. And it was back and forth. I actually had the lead for a little bit at the beginning. Then he came back, tied it up. We went back and forth a bit, but then he kind of took off with it towards the end and defeated me. Final score was 11. Or no, actually that one we played to 15, so it was 15 to 6. But for like the first 3 quarters of the match, it could have gone either way. But he kind of took off with it towards the end and defeated me. It's actually a buddy of mine. I practiced with him. The 2 times that I practiced before the tournament, he played with me, and he pretty much kicked my ass every single time in practice. So I didn't have a whole lot of confidence going into this match, but I did actually better than I expected to, considering how badly he beated me anytime we practiced doing rec play singles. But yeah, I mean, so that was it for me. I got eliminated, but I got to tell you, I did not feel bad at all about how I did, and I would definitely do another one of those singles tournaments.
Yeah, I definitely think similar to you, when there's singles available at any of these tournaments I'm going to play in and I'm going to be there, I think I'm just going to sign up because I'm starting to enjoy it more. I'm starting to understand it more. I think it's good that it kind of forces me to have to be in a little bit better cardio shape, so I focus on it more leading up to the tournament. And I think it's fun. I actually enjoy it now. When I was in Michigan just last week, we got some singles play in, which was fun.
Yeah, and we had some, like, both matches we played were super close neck and neck. One of them, I think, what was it, like, final score was like 14-12 or something?
14-12, yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you would have asked me 6 months ago if I would be doing singles tournaments, I would absolutely have said, hell no.
Right.
But, yeah, I'm actually liking it.
Nice, man. What do you have any other tournaments that you're signed up for right now?
Yeah, in a week from this Sunday, I have a doubles tournament. It's the Heartland tournament here in Michigan, and it's another milestone for me in my first ever 4.0 men's doubles tournament.
Yeah, do it up, man. That's awesome. That's pretty good.
Yeah, my buddy Mark Osborne and I. It's our first time ever doing a tournament together. We've played rec play a few times together, and I feel like we jive very well as a team. So it's not going to be easy because we're doing 4.0, first time for both of us. Neither one of us have ever done 4.0 before. He's a 3.5, I'm a 3.0 if you look at our official ratings. And so it's definitely going to be a challenge for us, but I mean, we're up for it.
So his name is Mark, right?
Yep.
And you're signed up for a tournament together?
That's right.
Yeah, he's guaranteed to move to Florida in the next few days.
Yeah. Yeah, the last 2 times I tried to do tournaments with people named Mark, they both moved down to Florida.
Yep. Guaranteed to happen.
Yep.
That's pretty funny. Nice, man. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing what that's going to be like. I got to tell you, though, I think playing up is such the way to do it. I love the level of play when you play up. I really do feel like taking that jump from 3.5 to 4.0, it changes everything. It's so much more fun of a game. It's so much more strategic. It's not just the bang fest of everybody hitting hard balls and hoping that their opponent doesn't smash it. Like, it's just, I love it. I love that style of play so much more.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes. And yeah, I mean, like you said, every time I've played like with people 4.0 and above rec play, they are the most fun games I've ever played in my life. So if it's anything like that during the tournament, then it's going to be a great time.
That's right. Well, good. Well, hopefully, are you going to be putting out a video from your singles matches from last weekend?
Yeah, actually, it should be. It'll probably be ready, I'd say, like beginning or middle of next week.
Okay, I like it. And then I'm assuming you'll get video from the 4.0 men's doubles tournament you're doing, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep. No doubt. No diggity. No doubt.
I like the way you work it. Was that the right
no
song?
dinkity. Oh, there we go. There's the next
Oh!
parody. No dinkity.
I gotta
got
tell
to
you,
dink it up.
I listen to like 90s hip hop stations all the time when I'm driving. I don't drive that much either because I work from home and it's usually like a 2-mile trip most days. But anyway, I've been driving a lot more lately and I've been listening to 90s hip hop. And I'm telling you what, I feel like 90s hip hop is the best song to parody with pickleball lyrics. And every time one comes on, it's like immediately the chorus, it's just, oh my God, it would fit so well if I replace this phrase with a pickleball phrase. Oh, it happens over and over again.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think now is a good time to maybe give a little teaser of an upcoming video. And for anybody that's a fan of our music mashup series, the next installment is going to be hip hop themed, and it'll be ready to drop in the very near future.
Nice. So many videos about to drop. We've hinted
man.
towards 4 of them tonight alone. So
Yeah. Yep. So anybody that's been paying attention, 4 of the upcoming videos.
yes, I love it. There's actually another video I wanted to show. So I signed up for a 4.0 plus league at Chad and Simone's place, Peak Performance Pickleball Academy. Actually, Scott Golden is coordinating the league. And last Wednesday, so 8 days ago, was the first night, but I was just traveling home from Michigan. I had to find a sub. So last night was my first night playing. And so the other 3 people I was on the court with also, it was their first night playing there too because they had to find subs from before. Anyway, had a blast playing with all of them. Greg, Mitch, and Christine. I actually knew 2 of them because they were at the clinic last weekend or the camp at Simone's place last weekend that I was at. Had a blast playing. Had some incredibly competitive games. Every single one of the games we played came down to within, because it's 3 games to 21, and you only have to win by 1. So the first team to 21 wins. And I'm pretty sure every single one of the matches came down to just within 3 to 5 points, right? So it was all very competitive. Had a
Nice.
great time. And there was a rally that I actually wanted to show a quick video on that I think was pretty awesome. And to me, this is one of the reasons why I love 4.0 and above level play, is because you get matches or rallies like this. Loved
Nice.
it, right? And
Nice.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I love that level of play. I love that, all of us had the skill set to be able to keep a rally going that long. And afterwards, I was evaluating that video, and I was so mad at myself because the second to last shot, when I went to put it away down the center, I totally forgot that Greg was a lefty. And so usually when you're in that situation, you have the person on the left with their right hand is in the forehand, person on the right. And so that spot by their left leg is the perfect spot to be able to put that ball away to. Well, that's true when you have a
Right.
righty, but when you have a lefty,
Right.
that's like feeding it to their forehand. And so after
Yeah.
that, he hit it, and I'm like, damn it, like all that work, and I fed it right to his freaking forehand when I was trying to
Oh,
be
man.
strategic. But anyway, it was a great rally. I love points like that.
What a friggin' loser.
I
No,
know.
I'm just
Can you
kidding.
believe
No, that was awesome. Like those are the kind of rallies where like even if my team doesn't win it, you just can't help but be like, you can't help but be happy for the other team for like winning that rally. I mean, just no matter, I feel like everybody's a winner with rallies like that.
I agree. 100% agree. And it's a lot of fun. We had some great competitive matches. A very different experience than when I played in the 3-5 league a year ago. I wish I had video from that because I was way out of my league. back then. And so now it's great that I'm able to play competitively, within the same skill set of people that are in a 4.0 plus league. And so I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm very, very interested to see how I do in the tournament in a week and a half where it's 4.0 because I don't know. I definitely do not play with 4.0 and above people regularly, so it'll be very interesting.
I think it's going to be good. Do we have some guests that are coming on here, Webby? Are they sneaking around,
I do believe we are. I do believe we have some guests ready to join us.
Like right now ready, or like they're trying to?
I think hold on, let me see if I can find out. Do you have anything else you want to talk about while we wait to make sure?
I do, actually. So one of the things that we started last week was we were talking about posts on the pickleball forum, and we wanted to be able to discuss them with you guys and provide our opinion. And there's some funny ones out there that we have discovered. And so I wanted to be able to talk about a few of those. And the first one actually is a picture that somebody posted. This was, that's not it. Sorry. Here. No, where is it? Okay, here we go. That's it. Okay. So this is from Brad Barker. And it says, analyze this photo. Would you consider this shot a poach? And it's basically a man and a woman. And the man is slightly in front of her. Looks like he's about like a foot taller than her with his paddle in the air, grabbing the ball, and she's kind of behind him a little bit. And so the question is, would you consider this shot a poach? And Webby, why don't you share your opinion first?
So in my opinion, I would say that's not a poach because he's just barely over that middle line. It's his forehand shot. So yeah, if you ask me, I would say no. Not a poach. What about you?
So you're saying that it does matter where that middle line is to determine whether or not it's a poach?
Yes, I am saying that.
Okay. And that's where I'm going to disagree with you. To me, after the serve and the return, the middle line doesn't mean shit when it comes to pickleball. All that matters is where the ball is when your opponent is hitting it and setting up the shot, for you to be able to determine where you're supposed to be on the court. So for me to be able to answer this question as would you consider this shot a poach, I would have to know what led up to this. Was this were they all the way on their opponents were their opponents all the way on the left side of the court and lobbing it, and he was in the back left corner of his side and she was right underneath the ball? Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe that probably wouldn't be the right way to play it. If he was standing there and he was getting into position and she was running up, then no, I definitely don't think it was a poach. So to me, it doesn't really matter where that middle line is. But even if the shot was down the center, I still don't think it's a poach because he's in the forehand position. So that's my opinion on it.
Wait, so are you saying you don't think it's a poach, or you think it is a poach?
I don't think we have
what
enough.
You said.
We don't have enough information to know whether or not it's a poach. We have no idea what the shot leading up to this was.
Gotcha.
So that's my opinion.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, without all the deep stuff you're looking for, I would say not a poach.
Not a poach. All right. Well, I think we have our guests on now. I'm wondering if they're ready to roll. So let's just
they might be having issues with the camera. We could give it a try and see, but it might be nothing but a blank screen.
Wait.
Let's give it a shot.
They're having technical issues. Big surprise.
Right? So typical that they're having technical issues.
Oh, wait. Oh, hey guys. Oh, we were just talking about it.
I can see them.
I would murder you.
What's going on, guys?
Not technical issues. We just wanted to use
It's
our
your
other
end.
camera.
It's your
and
shitty program.
It's not picking it up. So it's using our stupid webcam.
Jeez, you guys. Trying to blame us for your technical issues. I can't believe it.
Wait, Kyle,
Yeah, we're here. You're welcome again to save your show. Gotta keep our names out your mouth to get you your views.
Wait, what's the viewers at? We better
Yeah, what are we
check.
at? Is it tripling now that we're here? You're welcome. Jeez.
We'll see.
Unreal.
We'll see if we get instead of 1 million, 3 million in a moment
right?
here. But anyway. But Kyle, I have a question for you. I've actually been meaning to ask you this. Like, has anybody ever said that you resembled Daniel Bryan from the WWE?
I have no idea who that is, so no.
Okay. All right.
Who's Daniel?
Fine. Whatever.
He's a fake wrestler in
He's
the
a fake
WWE.
wrestler? Nah, I never heard that before.
Okay.
Do we have
All right.
a picture? Can we throw up a photo of this person?
Let me see this. Should I take this as an insult or should I take this as a compliment first off?
I don't think you should take it as an insult. He's one of the top names in the WWE. So I mean, I know a lot of people our age don't watch wrestling anymore, but whatever.
I don't know who he is.
With a photo.
We should get a
Big
photo.
surprise, Eddie and Webby.
Yeah, I'll get a photo. How about you all converse while I find a photo to show?
Oh, okay.
What were you saying, Lauren? I think you were trying to talk a little smack to us.
I don't try. I do. Like, there's no trying. I don't understand. I was just like, we were getting ready to come on, and like, I was just listening to Webby just like on and on about how he was getting like his ass kicked in 3.0 singles. And I was like, yeah, this is just going real good. I'm super excited for this Ding for Pink No Smoke Webby versus Maggie match.
Wait. It was 3.5 singles, and everybody else that was in it was sandbagging.
Oh, okay.
You know, while you guys are dicking around on your web series, you know, you can hide 45-degree weather. Yeah.
You guys totally broke up.
Tracks. All of a sudden, I check my phone and I see, oh, Hermanski makes a comment. Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong now. I'm like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden I see this track. But, you know.
I mean, I would have said our phones are up with everybody talking about it. And obviously that didn't happen because I'm not ready. So, that.
You guys sound like robots right now. The internet connection is not very good.
We probably have like everything on the internet. We have like 1,300 things that connect to the internet.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while they're trying to get their technical issues figured out, Webby, what do you have to say about them talking smack about you, talking about your singles tournament?
Well, like I said, it wasn't 3.0 singles. It was 3.5, and everybody else that was in the division was sandbagging. That's according to the other people. People that I was talking to made it sound like it was a bunch of sandbaggers in my division. But, I mean, I guess it's. I mean, so what are your thoughts on this? So let's say you're a 4.0, 4.5 mixed doubles player, and you've never done singles before. What would you do in that situation? Would you play it safe and do one of the lower levels because you know it's a totally different game and you're not used to it? Or would you try to play the same level as your doubles rating? I mean, what's the proper way to handle that situation? Because I really don't know.
Well, I mean, I definitely feel like my singles rating is less than my doubles rating, so I would play down because that's just my singles game isn't nearly as good as my doubles game. And so I don't think that there's a strong correlation between your singles rating and your doubles rating. Personally, for me, I think they're two very different. Now, you're not going to be a 5-0 doubles player and a 3-0 singles player. That's not going to happen. But I could see people that are 4-0, 4-5 doubles that are playing 3-5 singles. I think that would be even 3-0 singles. I mean, I would think that would be totally in line.
All right. And like I was saying, it wasn't me saying that I thought that everybody else was sandbaggers, but people that I spoke to before the tournament that knew the people made it sound like they thought that. And I didn't know any better just because I didn't know who they were. I've never played with them before, so I really didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely probably should have done 3.0, but
No, don't.
As we've said before,
whoa. No, don't even start.
Yeah, you should have done 3.0.
No, don't listen to him.
Hey, what are you guys drinking, by the way, tonight? What do we got in the glasses?
Well, I'm drinking something that you are very familiar with. We actually spoke about it last time you were on the show, and that is Zombie Dust by Three Floyds.
Oh, cheers to the Zombie Dust.
Oh, nice. Oh man, I love this
And
stuff. This is seriously some of my favorite IPA out there.
And if you can't see, this is a Wisconsin Cup, largest tournament in Wisconsin, or used to be. This is a first place cup. If you guys can't see this, maybe I just got to get this a little bit closer because I don't think you guys ever seen first place before. So,
I got first place in Pinewood.
oh yeah, this was a
Derby
5.0 first place too.
Oh, yeah, I got it in like Pinewood Derby and Cub Scouts. I got first place.
I do have a, I don't know if you can see it, but I do have a first place medal. I've got 2 first place medals back there in pickleball.
Were those both participation first place medals? You show up, you get a first place medal.
I only have 1 participation gold medal. The other 2 were earned.
I hear they have a lot of those out these days. So it's this generation. It's part of this generation.
Hey, you
but
want
so Eddie,
yeah, go ahead.
So Eddie, if you check your email, I've got a picture of Daniel Bryan for you to show, so we can see if anybody thinks that. See if Kyle kind of resembles him. I don't think it's an insult. I mean, he's one of the most popular professional wrestlers in the industry today. But I don't know how long it takes for Eddie to open an email and get it ready to show on the screen. What's your estimated time for?
Go ahead and talk
how
about
long
that. Go talk about something. Then I'll be ready.
We speak of.
But yeah, speaking of Zombie Dust, so do you guys get Zombie Dust where you're at? Because I do not. I have to be traveling somewhere or have somebody send it to me.
So it's really interesting. They get like maybe 1 or 2. They get like 2 6-packs like every Wednesday and Friday at this big liquor store. And so like you can only buy 1 or 2 at a time. But we were down. They sell it all over Chicago.
Yeah,
so.
Chicago has it everywhere. So you could just like roll over and get like a bunch of 6-packs. So it just depends where you're at, I think.
Yeah, the only place I've ever seen it in person and purchased it was when I went to Chicago earlier this year. So, but I've got I have a connection who sometimes is able to get his hands on it for me, and
Your drug
that's
dealer?
how I got these cans. I'm not gonna talk about that right now, but anyways.
So
this
the single. Wait, first off, are you excited to play in a 4-0 tournament? You said 4-0 coming up?
Yeah, 4-0. A week and a half from now, I'm doing my first ever 4-0 men's doubles tournament. I am excited. I might get my ass handed to me, but I don't know. I'm still excited about it.
Well, it will be a good lead up to our match, so you'll know what it feels like again.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And it's basically it's gonna be a 2-on-1 match. I'm just gonna stand on the in the out of bounds area and let Maggie just have her way with you guys.
I don't know. I mean, Maggie's good, but I'm pretty good too. Turn that dryer off.
It's off.
Yeah, we were playing tonight out and about. I was crushing it.
Lauren was
so
crushing
I feel like,
Lauren had a couple good
coming
flexes on me.
Coming for you.
She was flexing pretty hard.
Okay.
Yep.
So what would you say is your like what's your best type of shot and what's your worst type of, like, what do you struggle with and what do you thrive on, Lauren?
Me?
Yeah.
Don't be away.
Tell me everything.
I feel like I'm pretty confident in my third shot drops. I feel like I'm pretty good at those, pretty consistent. I have started in the last couple months trying to play a little more aggressively. And I feel like it's going well. I have really improved on my backhand sort of putaways, I guess. And I think I'm just like going for things a little more. What do I need? What do I suck at? What do I need to work on?
Your serve returns.
That's not true. But I do sometimes hang out way too long near the back and I don't get up to the kitchen really quickly. I kind of like take my time getting up there, which I feel like is a strategy, but other people are like, I don't know where you are. So there's that.
I don't know who would say that.
Okay.
Right? Who would do
All right,
that?
so I'll make sure to keep it to the back. And the fact that you say you've improved a lot in your backhand means you probably really suck at your backhand. So I'll make sure to hit to your backhand. What?
No.
Anything
It's,
else?
it's just like her backhand put away.
Yeah, the backhand put away.
Her dinking is fire. Like she's a dinking machine.
Mm-hmm,
So I don't know if you want any of that smoke.
You do not. I will crush you.
Honestly, that
So-
sounds like something somebody would say if they really suck at their dinking when it comes to backhand. So I'm just going for your backhand, just so you know.
That's fine. You believe whatever you like, and then we'll just, put our I don't want to say like money where our mouths are because I don't have any money. I'm super broke right now. So it'll have to be some sort of other situation. What are we playing for? You guys play for your belt. What are we playing for? What's the deal?
Ooh, that's a good idea. We should do something.
You know how
here.
like a lot of the colleges, they have like the Paul Bunyan Trophy and the spittoon and stuff like that. Like there should be a Eddie and Webby versus No Smoke something that's on the line.
Yes, there definitely should.
be.
Yeah, we'll come up with something. We definitely got to come up with something, and we can make this kind of like an annual thing. And this could be pretty awesome. And I love it.
Well, how does Maggie feel playing with you? Is she pretty confident, or what do you think her state of mind is?
I mean, she claims to feel pretty good about it. So honestly, Maggie and I played at Think for Pink last year. We were on the same team last year, and we played one game together, and we did really good. We got a good victory against two good players, and that was before I didn't know shit last year when I was playing pickleball. Like I was a horrible player compared to what I am now. I was way worse. Not saying I'm good now,
I know you were
but
still wearing a glove then.
What'd you say?
What? I said you were still wearing a glove back then. So
Oh,
you're right.
So to be honest,
you didn't know shit.
No, to be honest, I'm about to start wearing a glove again. Do you know why I wear a glove?
Enlighten me.
It's not.
Please tell
It's not for grip. Like, do you think I wear it for grip?
I think you wear
Is
it
that
as
what,
a
like-
bold voice.
So I live in Michigan, as you know, and when it gets cold, my hands get dry as hell, and when the grip from the handle, it makes my hands like the tips of my fingers split and bleed. So like that's the reason I wear a glove, is to stop my fingers from splitting open and bleeding on the paddle.
So they're
And
like
it happened last night.
moisturizing-
Pretty much. Well, I mean, it prevents my hands from getting dried out, I guess. It's like something about the handle of a paddle like sucks the moisture out of it, but it's only in the winter. Like in the summer, I'm fine. I went all summer without using a glove, but last night I played indoors and it was kind of chilly, and like my fingertip is split and it's like on the verge of bleeding, so I think I have to start wearing the goddamn glove again, and I don't like it because my grip is worse.
Well, gross. Thank you.
Right? Well, you're the one that brought it up.
I don't think I could play
I
with
did
a
it.
glove. I think it would take away so much of the touch and feel that you need to play the slow game, to dink. Like I don't think I could do it. I think it would drive me nuts.
It sucks. It sucks playing with a glove. I hate it. It makes my hands sweat, and I definitely have much better control when I don't have the glove. So if I bust out the glove, you guys are definitely going to have an advantage. But it's to protect my fingers.
My fingers
More than we
hurt.
already do.
Man, I just can't take anyone serious that's wearing a glove. So, I
Maybe it will be a good strategy
Yeah,
because
I'll
he'll
just
be
be
so
like-
distracted and just like dying laughing.
I might wear
He
two
won't be able
gloves.
to-
I'm going to wear a glove on the hand that doesn't even hold the paddle.
Exactly.
I'll put a glove on my head. Do you remember what's his name? Howie Mandel. Do you remember he used to do he would put like a medical
The
glove
rubber
on
glove?
his head and blow it up. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put the glove over my head, blow it up so it looks like I have a rooster head.
hmm Eddie, are you going to throw up this picture?
Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I
Okay.
know what you're talking about, Webb. Of course.
Okay.
You want me to throw up the picture?
Yes, please. We're waiting. Oh man.
this is what it's come to. This is what it's come to.
That is
right
a
here.
savage burn. I like it.
No, I'm totally kidding. This is the picture that he said.
Oh.
What?
Interesting.
My hair's not quite that long yet, but it's getting there.
Isn't it?
But do you see like a slight
No.
resemblance?
I mean, like, I feel like if you do like this, then like maybe
If you just take away his whole face,
you're
yeah.
like, who's that guy? Is it that wrestler guy? Yeah.
Fair enough. That's
Kyle has better boobs than that guy.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Things are like double
I
D's.
think it's funny that we call them boobs. Like, I don't think any man is like, I got nice boobs. I got great boobs.
I mean,
I
that's
got
what they
great
are.
boobs.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. Well,
Deal with
yeah.
it.
It's like, yeah, sometimes you're, never mind. I'm not even going to start there.
I do have a serious
how was your
question
guys'
though. Like
interview
af-
tonight?
after the diss track that we dropped, like
Mm-hmm.
should we be afraid? Like, do you guys have something in the works or what's going on?
I mean, we don't want to reveal anything, obviously. Of course, everyone knows, like, obviously.
Do we look like chumps?
We
That's the
won't let
question.
this stand. Like, there will obviously be retaliation. I mean, if it comes before
And
the
yes.
tournament, at the tournament, in the form of, like, a shiv during a friendly shaking of the hands. Who's to say, really? But you know, just a real, yes, there, I mean, I would be afraid. We're very scary, very unpredictable. So there's that.
I mean, who's to say when it's going to come? You just never know.
All of a sudden we'll be like outside your house.
And bam.
Then, you know.
That was, I mean, to be honest, that was a pretty good diss track.
Oh yeah, I loved it. It was fantastic.
And all credit to you guys. But, you know, we don't let that kind of stuff slide over at No Smoke. You know, so.
That's true. We will need to light a fire about it.
Well, I'm glad that you guys live closer to
fantastic.
Webby than me.
That's true. That's true. But my parents have a place in Florida by you, so that's the thing. You just never know. We're just gonna hop on a plane, show up at you're gonna be playing with Johnny Pickleball and filming something.
All of a sudden,
and just like
where's Eddie?
A van,
Where's Eddie?
A van's just gonna like
Right.
screech up, and then someone's gonna like jump out and like hood over your head and like drag you in the van, and everyone's just gonna be like, "What's happening?"
The
And
white
then it's
stuff
too
to
late.
the face.
Then it's too
You're
late.
done.
Is that like the scene from Old School when they come and you
Yes,
guys remember that?
exactly.
Yep.
Yes, when they
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, yeah. You should definitely be worried, Eddie, because I mean, her parents are probably old school. I mean, that's like pre-Facebook era. I mean, they do stuff. They do stuff way
They believe-
differently than we do.
Waterboard. They still believe in waterboarding. Okay, so
Right?
just be careful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm a little scared. I'm not going to lie. Just remember that 90% of that was Webby, by the way. Just
Oh,
know
we
that.
know. We know. But
We know where that's
No, actually, I mean, if you listen to the track, 50% of it is Eddie. It's 50% Eddie. So don't
but we
don't
know
go
the
there.
talent of that track was all yours, Webby.
See,
So-
they know that I'm not that creative. So everybody knows that. Yeah.
Everyone knows Eddie didn't write any of that.
I mean, we've seen Eddie's Simone video, so we know he's not that creative. You know, so you know what?
I love it. Oh,
to be honest, like those videos, very, very good quality.
Thank you.
To be honest with
Well, and I also learned all that from Webby, so it all goes back to him.
Look at you, Webby.
Oh, thank you. No, but seriously, like like the cameras one of the cameras he uses is way better than anything that I have, and it kind of like it annoys me because it's such good quality. It pisses me off.
It does look pretty solid. Well, it's the lens, man.
You still rock those? You're rocking Sony cameras?
Yeah, so it's the Sony A7 III, but I have the Sigma 18-35 f1.8 lens, and it's oh my god, it's like the most beautiful. like I can't even describe it. It's the softest lens in the world. It gives you the most amazing bokeh, especially when you're doing interviews of people and there's action going on behind them. It's so soft in their face and it's in focus, but everything else is blurry behind it. Like it's beautiful. I love that lens.
Yeah, when you use that camera, like I feel like, man, I could make a full-length feature cinema with that camera if I had that in my possession, but I don't.
It's nice. Makes me happy.
Yeah, we're a bunch of hacks over here. We can only use what we can get our hands on. So
yeah, 50% of what I do, 50% of my stuff is using my cell phone. Not gonna lie,
but cell phone quality is solid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I'm using an old cell phone. I've got the Samsung Galaxy S8. What are they on now? The S10, the S8. Like this does solid, really solid video. Like I'm impressed with what I can do with my cell phone.
Yeah, Eddie, I did end up getting that camera, that Panasonic one that you told me to get.
The one that's
solid.
Is it? Yeah, it looked, the specs made it look good for, what was it 500, 600, something like that?
Yeah, it was a solid, because like I wanted something like you said to match my G7.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like it turned out nice. Like we did that first live stream last weekend just to get a test, and I was streaming that right off a hotspot too. So I was happy with the quality that we were able to just put out just from a hotspot. So I'm kind of excited to live stream some larger stuff with some quality internet behind it, because we can't even get quality internet in our house, and I'm expecting to be a good live streamer. Figure that one out. But
yeah.
I mean, so it was awesome. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to do some decent sized tournaments in the Midwest.
Are you ever planning on doing one in Florida? Maybe is that?
I don't know if I heard you announce it at the end of the show that you're doing.
Yeah,
global,
you're the
congrats,
the man in charge.
But I didn't know if we were gonna if we can say.
Are we invited?
Well, that's what I was trying to prop up, guys, to see if
I know you, but I don't know. You can say that you're doing it, but I don't know. You just said we're having a bunch of commentators and live streamers, and then you didn't say anybody else.
Well,
just
listen,
taking all the glory yourself.
If you guys here, you know what? I'm gonna switch the camera. Can I even do that? I'm just gonna put it only on you guys here. And if you want to share anything, you're more than welcome to.
All right, guys. So Lauren and I have a special announcement to make. Lauren, do you want to
breaking
take
news?
it
Look
away?
at the camera. No, you can.
We will be streaming on the second court because we're second-rate live streamers. At the what's it called? The global.
You don't even know.
The global,
Terrible.
the global pickleball challenge tournament.
This is why I don't let him speak.
That's why I wanted you to make the announcement.
Oh, that was fun.
Honestly, I got so much random stuff going on, side gigs going on. I'm sorry, I can't even keep everything in track right now.
Yes, we'll be there with Eddie, rocking some
Nice.
live streaming at the World Pickleball Championship.
Yes. Oh yeah, we got the dream team coming together. We're gonna have two permanent, dedicated live stream setups going on. I'm gonna have what they call center court, which I like to call the better court, and they're gonna have stadium court, which I'm gonna call where you put the the one that people are gonna kind of watch, right?
Where you put the hacks.
Yeah,
the hacks. Like I said, we're second-rate streamers.
Exactly.
No, there's gonna be awesome matches on both of them. And I'm so excited that we're going to be there side by side working on it. And then, once we'll be working together on a lot of stuff. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really excited you guys are going to be there.
Yeah, we're excited too. And I think the next evolution for us was getting that second camera in there, to be honest, to get the kitchen cam and then a camera from the baseline and a scoreboard and stuff like that. So I think that's what really adds value to these things, and to be able to use, besides cell phones and Mevos. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a Mevo, but I mean,
or a phone.
I mean, you're still covering action, but
just trying to ramp it up a notch.
Up our game a little bit.
Yeah,
But
that's
seriously,
Go on.
what you guys did the other day, you did that test stream with the multiple cameras. I'm serious, that was badass. Like
Mhm.
that was top notch stuff right there. Not kidding
Why,
at
thank
all.
you.
Well, thank you. And the great thing about our setup is it's fairly mobile. Like we could probably get to one court to the other court like within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why like when I
Nice.
was researching stuff, like that was like the main thing, like still be fairly mobile, wouldn't you say, Lauren?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
that was important.
I mean,
That
we
would
pick
be
up 3
huge.
tripods.
Like if you can be mobile and get that kind of coverage,
Mhm.
damn, that's like that is huge
Huge.
in the pickleball world.
Yeah, and that's
Like literally all our equipment's on 3 tripods. So it's that mobile. We have a wireless, setup kind of going on. So so that's what we kind
Yeah,
of
we're
were
excited.
looking
We're
into.
still, working out, learning it, and
And
working
working
out some kinks and
kinks
stuff
and stuff like that.
setup. So obviously, the setup depends on the venue and what you can work with and everything. So yeah, we're excited to rock some pickleplex.
yeah.
Shoot.
It's gonna be awesome. And honestly, I am a little. I wish our setup was more mobile, but honestly, it's like it. I don't even know. It's really not. It's very hard to make the setup that I created mobile. I wish I would have known about the product you guys are using before, because I probably would have gone in that direction. But I wanted
like you stuff we can't do. Like there's always going to be a trade off.
yeah,
So,
We
but
can't
it's
customize as Ken Eddie and a lot of the stuff like in like the scoreboard and stuff like that. But there's still a lot, like a lot of we can do. But
yeah, it's a hard balance, right? Because I agree with you. But here's the thing: is that the functionality that I have access to by being less mobile, I only use 5% of it. So it's like, is it really even worth it? I don't know. I wish we had a more mobile setup, but I do like the fact that when you put it there, you're good. It's reliable. It works. And it's also the same equipment that I'm using right now, right? So it's the same thing that I use for the podcast, and I'm comfortable with it. And that's one of the reasons I like to go with it.
Yep.
yeah, I guess the first thing is like quality of your product. Like I'm still worried about like, you're always worried. We haven't done anything to the large scale like you did at Beer City. So like we're always still worried about the reliability of this kind of stuff. And that's why like it's such a good launching pad for us like to have. So thank you to like have us on like a stadium court where like if our feed goes down, it's not like the end of the world per se. Like if center court goes down, like that's not going to sit well for,
people are the villagers pick up pitchforks.
yeah.
We want
So-
Eddie dead. That's what they're going to be screaming. Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff.
I think
What
Webby
are
had
you
to.
drinking?
Oh, actually, this is kind of crazy. When I used to live in Michigan, I brewed a lot of beer. I brewed beer down here too, but this is one of the first beers I've ever brewed. It was an Oktoberfest that I brewed probably 7 or 8 years ago, and I drank this tonight, and it was freaking delicious. It aged incredibly well. So,
Yes, you showing a blank bottle with no label on it doesn't really do anything.
I know, but
Like,
it's a cool story, right?
I have.
I was like, I don't know that brand.
There's the cap. It says OK
Very
OKT4, which meant it was my fourth batch I brewed.
To be honest, I get so weary when I hear people like, "Yeah, hey, I tried my own batch. Like, come try it." And then you're like, you go over there, like, you try. You're like, isn't it great? Isn't it great? You're just like, yeah, it's great. Like I've had that happen to me numerous times. So I always get a little hesitant, a little nervous when I hear homebrew beers.
So what are you
Or
nervous about?
wine.
Like that you're gonna
It's
hate
just
it?
like they think it's so good, and then it's just like I'm drinking. I don't even want to say.
Piss water.
Cat piss.
Yeah, it's like
Well, there is a hop that actually smells like cat piss.
really.
Yeah. The name is escaping me. But anyway, yeah, I agree with you. I used to judge homebrew competitions all the time, and there was some shitty beer that we would have to drink,
oh
man.
man.
Some shitty beer.
I mean, it takes a lot of work to be able to brew a good beer.
Yeah.
I'd say a lot of trial and error. Like your first batch probably wasn't the greatest, or it could have been your greatest, but
No.
No. Gross.
But my first batch I ever brewed was a stout, and it was an extract batch, which I don't want to get into the nerdy part of it, but it ended up turning out okay. But with a stout, you can hide a lot of stuff. There's not a, like, you can get away with a poor brewing process in a stout and still make a good quality product. But to make a lager like an Oktoberfest, you can't hide anything. Any off flavors, any problems in the brewing process are going to come right to the surface the second you open it. So,
is it Citra? Is Citra the hop that smells like cat pee? According to the internet, it is. But I feel like I've drank.
No,
I feel like I've had a lot of IPAs that have Citra that I like.
No, I can't remember the name of it. Simcoe. That's what it is. Did we lose
Simcoe.
audio?
No,
Simcoe.
we're just not talking.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's honestly, it's 9 o'clock. It's past my
Yeah,
bedtime.
it's past Eddie's bedtime.
Yeah.
I
it's
literally,
way past
I'm
my
not kidding you. I go to bed at like 9 o'clock these days. So
yeah.
You fading?
I'm
You fading
fading fast.
Are you fading?
Someone needs to be tucked in.
All right. Well, we can wrap it up with you guys. I'll let you go to bed because I'd like to go to bed too. So
Cool.
you guys are going to be coming down to Florida in November, right?
Are you guys going to nationals? I forgot to ask you guys this.
Nope.
Neither one.
Nope. Unfortunately.
Are you guys?
We are.
Yes, we are.
We'll be there.
Neither of us are playing, but
We're just making an appearance.
we're making an appearance, and I'm doing some work while we're out there. So
I'm sure we'll be. We'll probably be hitting the airwaves at some point for something or another while we're out there. So stay tuned. We'll see.
I like it.
Nice.
That will be a lot of fun.
And can I plug something, even though nobody's watching?
What are you trying to
Hey,
say?
there's at least 3 people watching right now.
And this gets millions of views the day after we post it.
Probably yours. One of you is probably like logged in, watching. So it's like 2 people. Who is it? Reveal yourselves.
Well, Jay Hall is watching because he said, "Yo, what's up, Jay?
What up, Jay? What up, Gizmo?
what up, Gizmo? Hopefully, Gizmo will be at the World Pickleball Championships
See him. Maybe he'll be at nationals.
or nationals as well.
Who's to say? Yeah. So, P.S. This Sunday we're kicking off. We're doing a new show called The Series, which is basically just all about the U.S. Midwest Southern Series, different stuff each week, blah, blah, blah. We're kicking it off on Sunday. It's me and Dominic Catalano.
Ooh,
Rocking that guy.
Nice.
Melissa McCurley's joining us on Sunday. We are announcing a new spot that's coming on to the series. So very exciting. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Central Time. So hopefully everybody can check that out.
you said that's Sunday.
Nice.
Sunday, yes. It
All right.
will be normally on Wednesdays going forward, I think, on a weekly basis, but just schedule-wise and waiting to get this venue on board, we are rocking it Sunday to start. But I think going forward, it'll be Wednesdays.
Now I've got a question about that. Does every one of those have a skinny singles division? Because I know you guys mentioned something about skinny singles previously.
No, wasn't the
That's
skinny
a
singles
dis-
at the
that's a
spring
different
swing?
tournament, yeah.
That's
You
at
guys-
the spring swing.
You guys need to
shit.
come to the spring here.
I'm getting all my tournaments mixed up.
Yeah, that is in Crystal Lake.
It's Crystal Lake's just a little
The
west
late
of
great
Chicago.
Mike Shears.
You guys should come to that. There's like 400 people that play in this tournament.
Yeah, it's a huge tournament.
And
It's
if you
really fun.
do decide to play, like you'll get like at least 10 games in because it's a big round robin for like almost every single division, plus a playoff
Oh,
after
nice.
that if you make playoffs.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's not too far for Webby, too far from you. Eddie, a bit of a drive.
It's all good. It's a quick flight. No big deal.
That is true. Right into Chicago, you're good to go.
That'd be fun.
But that's
But
pretty
that's
much
it. That's all I got.
Well, what I was going to say is I'm going to see Dominic tomorrow night because he's playing at the Johnny Pickleball Show. So I'll have plenty of time to
Nice.
talk him out of being in all this nonsense that you're trying to start up here. So
I mean, you feel free. He is an adult. He can make his own decisions. That's fine.
it's cool.
But he knows what's good.
I'm sure
Yes,
it will
sir.
be awesome, like everything else. And I appreciate that you guys like to, I don't know what the right term is, have beef, right?
Obviously.
It's all in good fun. So
This is like Eminem Machine Gun Kelly last year summer beef.
yeah.
Webby, you know what I'm talking about. Eddie, who knows about you?
Oh,
but
for
Webby,
sure.
you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
I know about the
exactly
song.
what you're talking about.
He made
I
a
know
comment
exactly what
about
you're talking
Eminem's
about.
daughter, and Eminem didn't like that. And
Yeah, there you go.
I know all of, but don't
Those are two.
just because I live in Naples. Come on, jeez.
No, I think it was because you're old and out of touch.
Well,
was his-
Webby's older than me.
By what, like
Webby's
2
older
months?
than you?
July, August,
Yeah.
September. 3 months. I'm 3 months older.
It must be that Florida sun. It's really aging you.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
I think I look.
I mean,
I think I look good for 38.
do you guys know though that like all three of us are the same age, and I still have this going on, so I don't know what your guys what's happened to you guys. I'm just
No,
just
Eddie,
saying.
sometime you got to show you got to show the picture from when you used to live
Oh,
in
my
Michigan.
God.
Like you look way younger now than you did when you lived in Michigan, and maybe one of
Were
these
you a
days
tank?
you
Were
will
you a tank back?
share the picture.
Were you a little bit more heavier? Eddie?
Oh my! No,
Eddie?
I wasn't just a little heavier. I was 60 pounds heavier.
Yeah, he was a
Oh.
lot.
When I tell people that moving to Michigan moving to Florida saved my life, I'm not bullshitting it. I was a big fatty Fatterson, that's for sure.
Well, congrats.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah,
you
he
start
was
losing the weight.
like
Started playing pickleball, or what? How'd you start losing the weight?
So it really was just from exercising and eating better. And
Mhm.
then that started to get me into pickleball, and then pickleball helped. But I was already down about probably 45 pounds when I started to play pickleball.
Just got into
So,
that.
Yeah, here, check that out.
Whoa. Is that you on the right?
Yes.
that's Eddie on the right. That's me on the left.
That's a different person. That's not you.
Yeah, it was a
Right?
different life ago.
I'm gonna have to say, like, the handlebar mustache getting removed is probably the smart
All
of the
right, so
choices that you made.
that
from
that
back
was
then.
that was
I mean,
done
but wait.
ironically. That was not part of my look.
Who's to say? Who's to say? You can't prove it. You can't prove it.
We went
No, so
camping
we-
in
Photo
Kentucky,
evidence.
and we decided to grow the Fu Manchus for it. So
Yeah, we thought it would be
man.
funny, like for that trip down in Kentucky, to each grow Fu Manchu mustaches. But I think weren't you and I the only ones that did that out of our group?
yeah, it was just us two.
Yeah.
100% though. Like, if I had seen that picture, I would have been like, I don't know any of these people. Nope, don't know either of these people.
Yep,
Like, that was crazy. Yeah, you're a different person. Nice.
Totally
Nicely
different.
done.
thank you. I appreciate it. And a lot of it has to do with my wife. She's super motivational and inspirational. She lost 80 some pounds herself. Like, it's just.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
Sure.
when I say we moved to Florida and it saved our lives, it completely changed things for us. So
Nice. Nice. No.
All right. Well,
Bedtime, kids?
bedtime.
all right, well you
Bedtime's
guys
out.
have fun, and we'll
What if
talk
we
to you
just
soon.
were like, click, and we're gone?
you're like bedtime. All right,
We'll
see ya.
you guys soon.
Okay, bye, guys. Bye. until the next beef situation, or whatever.
I'm
Sounds
out.
good.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, we're gonna have at least one more episode before Dink for Pink, and I feel like we've barely scratched the surface of what's about to go down before Dink for Pink happens.
That's right.
Agree. Well, as always, thanks for having us on, guys. We always enjoy a good Eddie and Webby after hours sesh.
Well, thanks for jumping on. We appreciate it.
Of course. We'll check you later, I guess.
Check you later. Chicks don't want to hear that.
Peace.
All right, see ya.
Later, brah.
All right. Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
I like having the long extension arm now for the microphone because I can move. It moves with me. Can you hear that? Does it sound weird when I'm doing this?
At the moment, I can't. When you first grabbed it, I could hear a little bit of rattling
Like
going
that?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this.
But right now, not too bad.
I'm being fluid with it. I mean, look how far over it extends over this way, here. It's a good microphone.
Very nice. And I actually want to point something out. Like, ever since Lauren and Kyle left us, our viewership has gone up.
Oh, what's up, No Smoke?
Yep. So I don't know, man.
Oh, man. What else do we want to talk about tonight? Because it's getting late.
Oh man, I did have something I wanted to ask you, but I'm going to save it for next time because it is just about bedtime. This episode
sure?
went quite a while.
We could do one more.
Okay, so what I wanted to ask you about, I feel like you haven't really gone into it too much, but like, how has it been working with Simone, and like, how did that all come about? Do you want to talk about it now, or save that for a future episode, or what?
We can talk about it, and we can talk about it in the future. Like yeah, it's cool.
I say we save it for a future episode.
Okay, that's fine. I think it's a good idea. It'd be lots of fun. Good discussions.
Because I would love to know, but I feel like I want to get down to the nitty gritty. I want to find out every detail, and I feel like right now we're winding down. It's bedtime. We kind of want to wrap things up, and I want to get to that at the beginning of a Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby episode, so we can find out all the juicy details about how this came to be. Because I would love to know, and I bet other people would love to know as well.
They probably would. Do you remember we did that one episode where I interviewed you about your experience, your background in video and stuff like that?
Yeah.
We could do a Dinking Around where you flip the script and you ask me the hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, I would love to do that. So yeah, let's save it for a future episode, and we're really gonna dig down deep.
Get to the core.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about, Webby?
No, I think I'm good. I thought that was a great episode. I thought episode 53 was great. I thought episode 14 of Dinking Around was epic, especially with the brand new intro that we have. Anybody that's just tuning in now, you've got to go back and watch the intro because I love it, and I'm going to watch it 10 times after we wrap up tonight.
I'm going to do the same. I thought it was real good. It was a real good goof and a spoof, and I like it. We hope you guys liked it. That was Dinking Around with Eddie and Webby number 14. Are we already at 14?
Yeah, crazy.
That is absolutely nuts. What else is nuts is the fact that I'm Eddie.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddie, signing off.
I'll see ya.